Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now before I start, I would like to remind you that I made this previous video of mine that was my first unboxing. So I would love to hear some comments, some likes, some feedback from you guys regarding this and how I can improve that. And because this was my first unboxing video, so I am going to give this away for free. That's right, it's absolutely free. All you need to do is just give me a comment, give me a subscribe. That's all that I'm asking for. Now these are a pair of Petron 4D boom earphones. Yeah, that's what you call them, and they are really awesome. Do not go by their low price. They are one of the most amazing earphones that I've ever come across, and I have checked out Bose, Sennheiser, everybody down the line. So do check out this particular video. All right, now moving on. Apple's AirPods, Apple's most popular accessory, last released in 2016. Every year we hear rumors, leaks about the updated launch, about the AirPods 2, as well as the wireless charging case, the AirPower, but nothing as yet has hit the market. Well, there might be some good news just around the corner now. But as usual, before the good news, you get to hear some bad news first. Every one of us who was waiting for the release of the AirPods 2 or the AirPods next generation around Christmas don't celebrate as yet. According to a research note from top analyst Ming Chiku, the latest version of something he calls Apple's most popular accessory ever will not be with us in time for Christmas. Let's hope that the previously hinted improvements such as hands-free Hey Siri may not be off the table. In the research note, there are indications of how the new AirPods will differ from the current model and exactly how successful they are going to be in the coming years. So what exactly does this famous research analyst really predict now? Well, his timing is clearer. Back in October, he had stated that the second generation AirPods would be revealed either in the last quarter of 2018 or the first quarter of 2019. Well, obviously now, the last quarter of 2018 is going to go by, and the release before the end of December seems unlikely, very, very unlikely at this stage. So in a sense, he's merely restating that the next AirPods are still within his previous time frame, landing before the end of March 2019. Well, we've waited for 2 years, might as well wait for another 3 months, I guess. Let's just see if, ultimately they do end up launching by March 2019 or not. So this analyst has also predicted that the wireless charging will be definite here. There is no surprise here. After all, wireless charging case was announced over a year ago when the wireless charging pad AirPower was first revealed. So it would be crazy not to include the wireless charging case in any update surely. The price, according to this expert, is going to be significantly higher because it's going to support. So if you don't want wireless charging in your AirPods, it may be cheaper to buy them before the upgraded model. The extra cost is down to an internal component upgrade and a redesigned hinge on the charging case to handle higher thermal requirements. Basically, they're going to have an upgraded chip here. The earlier chip was W1, now they're going to name it as W2 or W3 or whatever, and they're going to price it much higher. We all know that, we all expect that. This is Apple, guys. They're not there to hand you out freebies. Well, I wish they would, but they're not. It is obviously going to have better Bluetooth. I mean, we might hope for Bluetooth 5.0 connectivity, but it remains to be seen whether they'll stick to 4.1 or 4.2 or actually give us 5.0. According to this analyst, generation of AirPods out first, then we'll talk about the new design which is coming in 2020. I mean, if wireless charging isn't enough of an upgrade, a whole new design will arrive the year after. New design will be different enough to drive replacement purchases as customers seek to upgrade the experience in 2020. Well, obviously, Ko is predicting that sales will go crazy. He's predicting very, very strong growth. He says that this most popular accessory, Apple has sold between 14 to 16 million units in 2017 and will have sold almost twice that by the end of this year. Around 28 million is what he is quoting. But things double again next year, he says, selling 50 to 55 million units, then 70 to 80 million units in 2019 and more than 100 million in 2021. These sales are helped along by what he calls the upgraded model out in 2019, the design improvement in 2020, and two other factors. These are what he calls an innovative user experience and high integration with Mac and iOS products. Of course, AirPods do work with non-Apple devices. It's just the pairing process is very simple and painless with an iPhone, iPad, or Mac. That it's Apple's customers who flock to them. In fact, that's Apple's main USP. It's that it binds you in its ecosystem so tightly that you just cannot. If you're using an iPhone, then obviously using your these pods, AirPods, will be much more convenient rather than using a Samsung mobile and using these Apple AirPods. In fact, Co indicates under 5% of iPhones users have AirPods right now. So that's quite a market to be tapped. And his prediction of those 100 million or 110 million units being sold in 2021 is quite possible and it's quite achievable, according to me. There is actually no mention whether the upgraded AirPods 2 will be able to invoke Siri by calling her name rather than touching the AirPods as at present. This seems to be teased by the video that played at the beginning of Apple's Cupertino event in September. My gut feeling is that this will be included along with the upgraded processor to make it possible. Sorry to let you guys down if you were hoping for AirPods 2 in your Christmas presents, but at least 2019 is nearly here. And let's see. Okay, so after that 5 to 7 minute technical rant of mine, I don't know how many of you guys really understood the nuances of what I was trying to say. Let me just summarize it for you guys, for the people out there, for the normal folks like me who don't really understand what chip design really is all about. So let me just summarize it. To start off, we have a couple of points to cover here. So basically, to start off, it's not the releasing in December 2018. That's completely out. So your Christmas shopping, your Christmas present, just chuck that up, chuck that wish list, crumple it in a ball of paper and throw it into the dustbin. It's actually going to release in March 2019. This is confirmed as of today. There is no guarantee that it's going to release in March, but it's confirmed. It's going to basically have the same design as the version 1. There is not going to be a drastic design change. It's going to have better upgraded features, new chip, W2, and upgraded Bluetooth. However, not the version 5, which is really sad. I mean, after waiting so much and so long, if you don't have version 5, so I don't really know what's happening with Apple. It's going to be launched alongside with the AirPower. That is the logical step. I wouldn't say that is a guaranteed this thing, but I would say that's a logical and a rational this thing. You've showcased AirPower so much time back, and now if you don't launch it alongside, so what's the point? And it's going to have the hands-free Hey Siri feature. So basically, you can just talk and just say hands-free Hey Siri, and that's how you are going to invoke Siri rather than pressing on or long pressing on the button as it is right now. Alright, so that was it for this particular video. Do let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. Do like, dislike, that's up to you. Do subscribe if you're feeling very gracious. Till next time.